Pick it up. Goodness, I'm at a beautiful park, and I need to get out to the nice park. Um, so today we're talking about how to deal with parasitical relationships, parasites. I'm not gonna probably not gonna be doing that much answering of stuff. It's just too beautiful of a day for me to like do that. So for me to I'm out here and it's just so beautiful and it's like goodness, oh my goodness. Anyway, so earlier I had a good experience of I was in an IDGAF. I was in one of those moods, right? And I realized, somebody was asking me for help, and I look at this view. I mean, that view, if you could see in the background, man, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I was in one of those moods, right? And I was just like not feeling what they were putting down. And I said, hey, basically I said, go screw. I didn't say that explicitly. I said like fuck off or something like that. I'm joking, I didn't say that. It's worse than saying go screw. But basically what I'm here to talk to you about is like how to deal with parasitical relationships. It's very, very common that in these sorts of parasitical relationships for them to use guilt and shame and, oh, you're being rude. Well, that wasn't nice, right? They use that because they think that you value being nice. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to value that anymore. Kindness, love, compassion, evidence-based compassion, intelligent relationships, these sorts of things are the kinds of approaches that we have to human relationships as Apex Christians. We don't just let anybody into our field. We are the chosen. And it's not like only men and other people. No, it's just that when you have a very important job, and I may have to put this one down because all the wind. When you have a very important job, you cannot afford to be distracted or bombarded by BS, bad science and bad spirituality. And what a lot of these parasites will do, like I said, if you're chosen, if you're one of those people, you came here with a higher energy field, right? You're a refined, very high level of energy, you're like a very sweet, delicious, extremely nutritious piece of fruit. Everybody's going to eat you. Everyone wants to take all your energy from you. That's basically what fruit is. Everything in this world is a matter of energy exchange. So it's energy exchange between, hello, you that's in the comments. Thanks for joining. Make sure you drop a like. It's an energy exchange between us and the world in which we find ourselves. And not everything that comes here is of the same energy. The beautiful little Tweety bird that's flying up there doesn't have the same amount of electromagnetism that a tiger does, or a worm, or that beautiful raptor over there, right? Goodness, I'm in paradise, man. Anyway, so to pretend that it's okay for us to just be victims of whatever, and we're not victims, we'll never be victims, but to pretend that everybody's the same, all of our energy is the same, and all of our jobs here are the same is bullshit. If you're chosen, you're called by God to live a certain kind of life, live a different type of life. And when you answer that call, it necessitates a certain amount of protecting your boundaries, keeping borders and barriers between yourself and the world. And if you don't do that, then you're never going to really live to your full potential. You're never going to answer the call. Let's see what's going on here. If it's worth my time. These are tiny little words on a screen. All right. Oh, okay. Bazooka Gaming said he got baptized today. What does that mean for you, Bazooka? What does that actually mean? All right, where are you from, bro? It's me. I'm from everywhere and nowhere. All right. And I mean that. I say that to people I meet on the street. I really mean that. Okay, if people want me to give you a life story, I'm not going to do it. So Protect your energy field. And one of the things that people will do is like when they want to suck your energy, and this is only for the chosen, this is for people that are powerful empaths, creators, is you're going to go into the world, right? And you're just going to be this beautiful, shining being. Look at where I live. Anyway, you're going to be this beautiful, shining being, and people are going to say, let me take your energy. Let me take your time. Let me take your compassion. Let me take your empathy, all that stuff. And if you refuse to give it, you put up a barrier or boundary, ladies, men, whoever you are, they're going to go, oh, you're so rude. Or they're going to say, they're going to try and guilt you and shame you into opening up your energetic field so they can abuse you and take from you and not give anything in return. And that's just not acceptable. And at some point, you have to decide, okay, these are my boundaries. This is my borderland. And you don't get to enter this. Now, it's not an active thing. You just uphold it. And so you're actually going to notice that when you start to do that, people that will match up with your energy field are going to be at the periphery of that, and you're going to pick up on them before they even get within talking distance of you, and you're going to excuse yourself from that situation before it even becomes an issue. And I've noticed this really attractive women, they seem to have, because society helps to cultivate this among them, but they seem to have this ability to avoid, you know, they have this ability to avoid any type of detection almost. Like, you've got to be in special places to see some of the tens that I've interacted with. And anyway, let me see. There's a lot of activity happening down here. All right. I love God and will stay with him and pray with him every day. All right. I hope that that serves you. What job did God tell you that you had to do in this world? Like, when you were like, what is God saying to you is your mission, purpose, value here? What is your mission, purpose, and value here? Because, I mean, it's nice to pray and all that stuff and to do all that God stuff, but, you know, what is your mission and purpose here? We're about making real things happen here with the Apex Human Journey. We're about making differences. Maybe not. We're not definitely not changing the world or saving it, but we're just part of a process. We're part of an evolutionary process in the human story. Why are you here? Is what I'm saying. So anyway, when people are parasites, they're gonna do that, and you may have grown up and you have you're a special person, right? You're here to do something great, and you were shamed and gaslit and things like that. Like, okay, you were shamed, you know, I'm going to protect my energy field. This person is encroaching on my private space, or they're encroaching in my field of view or something. And so I'm going to just, as a child, get myself away from that. Well, your parents were like, no, that's rude. Don't do that. That's rude. You're not going to get dinner, Billy or Sally. That was unkind of you. You don't get a cookie because you were mean to that person that tried to get in your energy field. And then you learned, okay, it's okay for people that aren't on my level to enter into my energy field and abuse my time and abuse my mind. And sometimes abuse your body. This is what people have experienced. You know, their parents told them, be nice to that creep over there, and then something happened. 30 years later, you're in therapy. You don't know why. Oops. Right? So, let's see what's going on. Yo, I can read much better in the shade because the light differences, and it's great. He told me to do what my heart desires and do helping the world and keeping everyone safe and loving others and being successful and happy. Okay, it sounds like you're a lot younger than my typical audience, or at least younger than whatever. You sound like you're young, and that's beautiful. God bless you in that. Keep it up, okay? Bazooka Gaming, keep it up. So Apex Humans, we're not here to help anybody but ourselves. Apex Christians. But it looks like you're 12. Okay, I could tell. God bless you. Keep it up. Okay, find your purpose, find your grind, and you know, meaning like find what God has for you to do, and you're finding it. It sounds like it. God bless you. You know, God bless you. Just make sure that you honor your boundaries of time and of honor your boundaries of time and of spirit. If someone tries to trick you into being nice so that they could take advantage of you, protect yourself from that. Respect yourself enough to understand that sometimes you have to put your foot down and tell people no when it means hanging out, maybe doing something that you don't want to do, or even doing things you might want to do, but it interferes with a goal that you have in mind. Make sure that you protect your purpose and your goals here. Okay, Bazooka Gaming? Thank you for your comments. All right. I'm glad that I was kind. But anyway, God bless you. I think you're adorable just because you're 12. But yeah, so we're here to make an impact in the world, and it sounds like you're gonna do that, Bazooka Game, if you just stay on your grind, without harming yourself. Be good to yourself and be good to others. So anyway, that's what I have to say. You know, there are a lot of people that are parasites, and they are wanting to take from the good light that God has placed in you. You have permission to protect your boundaries, to say no, to walk away from things that don't serve you. If someone wants to steal your time, or steal your listening ear, or steal your loving heart, you have no obligation to give that to them. They do not deserve your time. They do not deserve your heart. They do not deserve your listening ear if they're not sowing back into you, if they're not honoring your purpose and your mission in this world. So that's what I got to say about that. Let me get on my other video here. And the other video I'm putting out is fire. So if you want to know how to break obligations and break through all that stuff, make sure you stay tuned for that. I started making it, but then I jumped out. I was like, yeah, my spirit's not into this. So now I'm going to go make it because I'm back on. All right. See you guys in the next video. Stay Apex.